Okay, so getting into the first position, we have the Sun placement for Taurus, and this card is the Magician card. This is what I call the card of manifestation. This is a card where it's telling you that you have everything that you need, everything that is required for you to bring whatever plan or idea that you have into the material realm. It all you have everything. It is all within you and it's everything around you. So this is the card that's calling you to action. Like now it's time for you to put the pedal to the metal and make it work because you have the energy, you have the time, you have the resources, you have everything that you need. It's all around you. In this card, she has the infinity floating over her head. She has the wand in her hand. There are the pinnacles, and she's surrounded around flowers. Like there is every element in this card. And there's a reason for that because you have everything you need of every realm to bring it into fruition. And it's really about being able to conjure up or magically put together these things. And pretty much you're at this point you are a magician. This is the card is representing you. You are the magician. You are the person with the power, with the ability to make things out of what seemingly is thin air. When you see a magician doing things, it's like, oh my gosh, they pulled it out of nowhere. But really, it's alchemy. What they're doing, what you're doing in this case, is alchemy. You're using what resources are made available to you by an abundant and always giving universe to create things that you want. Create, whether it be the job that you want, the family that you want, the love that you want, the life that you want. The magician is telling you that it's time for you to lean into that energy and to believe in yourself and to make it happen because you can. And moving on to the moon placement for Taurus, we have the Justice in reverse. So the Justice upright means justice, and in the flip, it means injustice. Usually this has to do with lack of accountability of some sort. Maybe we've dealt with some situations or some decisions that were made where we're not really taking accountability for how we've impacted those around us or how this decision has impacted ourselves. Maybe we are trying to turn a blind eye about something, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But because you're dealing with the circumstances and you're kind of like, well, I don't have anyone to blame but myself, you're kind of avoiding that accountability and actually owning up to it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the time when we're feeling like this, it's because we're afraid of judgment. We're afraid that if we say it out loud, then everyone's going to know, and then everyone's going to judge us, and just it creates this domino effect of then this negative thing will happen, then this negative thing will happen. But the thing is that we need to have that accountability for our decisions and the things that we do, and we need to do that because this is where growth happens. This is where we learn to do better next time. And if we avoid that accountability, because we're afraid of that emotional cost that it will, take for us to own it, then we're not growing and we're not able to move from making these kind of decisions that are playing against us to making better decisions that work in our favor. This may also indicate issues with the justice system. So maybe having something to do with law or some type of legal ramifications. Maybe you're dealing with a case, maybe you're dealing with custody, something like that where the government or law is involved and maybe you're fearing a negative outcome. Maybe you feel like justice won't be served in some way and somehow, and this card is reflecting your inner beliefs or maybe not necessarily bias, but yeah, just your inner beliefs about the situation. And this is a reminder that what we put out is what we get back. If we feel that things are going to be a system of injustice, or things are going to be unjust for us, then chances are that is what it's going to be. And if you do feel that way, then that means that you need to take the precautions or the actions to ensure that the outcome works in the best favor for you. So maybe this is saying things aren't going your way, or things are not looking too good, and maybe you should get a lawyer. Maybe you should get some sort of representative, an attorney, to help you deal with these circumstances so that you can flip that justice card upright for yourself and get the justice that you deserve. Don't be afraid to armor up when you see this kind of when you see this kind of card and you're dealing with those type of legal situations. This is a sign to say that, hey, you might need a little help with, getting the results that you want from this situation that you're in. So that could be correlating to that. It could be correlating to something where it's more social, something that's more financial, something, but it's the base of the card is that there is some sort of lack of accountability or some sort of injustice that's at play, and the scales need to be evened in some way, shape, or form. And you know inherently what it is that needs to be done. And if you don't, I highly suggest that you do some sort of, if you're into tarot, pull some more cards for yourself, or do some research about your situation to see if there's a way that you can, flip that card upside down for yourself. And moving on to the ascending position for Taurus, we have the Nine of Wands. This is a card about going into defense, but rightfully so. There are people who are going to come and try to take things away from you. Like, I know we're grown now, but at the same time, a lot of people have that schoolyard mentality. She has nice toys and I want to take them from her type of deal. Whether it be coming from a place of jealousy or a place of, I don't think that this person deserves this, or they should have this because I want these things for myself, or I don't think they really earned that. Did they earn that accomplishment that they have? Did they earn that nice car or that new job? And it may be coming from a place of jealousy and envy. This card is saying, don't be afraid to defend yourself and defend what you've earned. Don't be afraid to defend you and yours, because you have every right to what you have. You earned it, you deserve it, and anybody trying to come for you about it, be willing to knock them back. This is not a card of violence. Don't take it that way, please. But this is about being willing to stand up for yourself. This is a card of standing up for yourself. Basically, sometimes we find, this is a card. Okay, so to put it in a better perspective, the cards essentially are going to tell you to pick and choose your battles. The Nine of Wands is saying that this is a battle worth fighting. This is something worth standing up and being on the defense about, because you deserve what you have, and you deserve to be able to defend you and yours. I hope that makes sense. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can get more of these monthly tarot readings from me. Also, if you know what your big three are, or are willing to find out what your big three are, I highly suggest that you go through my other videos to get yourself a 3-card spread for the month of September so that you can get a comprehensive read, as the cards do mean differently when they are in juxtaposition to each other. I hope that you got something cool from this, and I hope to see you back really soon. Bye!